10 most expensive houses in the world in 2022. If the home is where the heart is, then the owners of these homes must have a pretty big heart. A home is where you come back to get some rest and spend time with your family. But for the 1% of the world, a home is far more than that. It's a symbol of the opulence and expression of their minds in concrete form, and also an avenue to spend a few measly $1 million, nothing major. The 10 most expensive houses in the world are below. 10 18 to 19 Kensington Palace Garden. Owned by Lakshmi Mittal. London, UK $128 million. The 18 to 19 Kensington Palace Garden is owned by billionaire steel magnate Lakshmi Mittal, located in the affluent Billionaires Row in London, UK. Mittal shares streets with the world's richest and most famous people. Prince William and Kate Middleton share the same paper route with Mittal. Lakshmi Mittal is the chairman and CEO of ArcelorMittal, the world's largest steelmaking company. His home consists of 12 bedrooms, Turkish baths, an indoor pool, and a 20-car parking space. This most expensive home is situated in Billionaires Row, is not far off from Mittal's, as the location is the most affluent neighborhood in London. His home was designed by Sir Charles Barry in 1845. These homes are incredible feats of architecture, designed and owned by remarkable people, and they definitely put the home in home sweet home. 9 Palazzo D'Amore. Owned by Jeff Green. Beverly Hills, California. $198 million. Surprised that one of the most expensive houses is located in Beverly Hills? Well, don't be. Beverly Hills is the definition of "Mama, I made it in America." The behemoth of a home is owned by business magnate and real estate mogul Jeff Green. The home is approximately 3,000 square feet with 12 bedrooms, 20 bathrooms, numerous swimming pools, tennis courts, waterfalls, theaters, and a 27-car garage. Palazzo D'Amore was designed by American megamansion designer Bob Ray Offenhauser. This is one of the most expensive houses in the world. 8 Ellison Estate. Owned by Larry Ellison. Woodside, California. $200 million. The seventh richest man and Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison is the owner of this 23-acre whopper. Besides being one of the world's richest men, he also seems to be quite tasteful. The vision he had was to build an ancient Japanese structure in the US, and he succeeded. He modeled his home after a Japanese emperor's palace. The Ellison estate comprises 10 different properties: a tea house, a bathhouse, a man-made lake, a koi pond, and expensive trees that surround the area, such as maple, cherry blossom, oaks, and redwood. These trees are beautifully spread around the grounds, giving it a true ancient Japanese feel, just as Ellison intended. This is one of the most expensive houses in the world. 7 4 Fairfield Pond. Owned by Ira Rennert. New York, USA. $248 million. Ira Rennert puts the big in Big Apple with his Colossus estate located in New York City. Ira is an American billionaire and owner of Renko Group Industries holding investment company that specializes in smelting and manufacturing. The mansion is part of a 63-acre estate called Fairfield and is one of the biggest estates in America. It has 20 bedrooms, 3 dining rooms, 39 bathrooms, 3 swimming pools, and a 154-seat theater room. It also has a recreation area that consists of a basketball court, 2 bowling alleys, a gym, 2 squash courts, and an on-site power plant. Because the estate consumes a large amount of electricity, a personal power plant was created to keep the lights on. This is one of the most expensive houses in the world. 6 The Odeon Tower Penthouse. Owned by Group Marzaco. Morocco, Spain. $330 million. Owned by Odeon, a subsidiary of Group Marzaco, the Odeon Tower is a luxury penthouse located just by the Mediterranean Sea and is the tallest building in Europe. An apartment inside the mammoth building is approximately 35,000 square feet and has 47 floors. Its additional features are a private water slide into a 360-degree view infinity pool and a private elevator. The penthouse was designed by architect Alexander Giraldi and developed by Group Marzaco. This is one of the most expensive houses in the world. 5 Les Palace Bulls. Owned by Pierre Cardin. Théâtre-sur-Mer, France. $390 million. Les Palace Bulls or bubble rooms were inspired by early man's abodes in a bubble-like cluster. The home is owned by a notable figure in the fashion industry, Pierre Cardin. Pierre visits his artistic French home during the holidays as a getaway for his family and friends, and as you may have guessed, parties and fashion events have been held in this location. Dior showed his cruise collection at the Les Palace Bulls as an indoor-outdoor fashion show. The home was designed by Antti Lavag, an Hungarian architect, and finished construction between 1975 to 1989. 4 Villa Les Setters. Owned by Rinat Akhmetov. Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat, France. $450 million. Villa Les Setters is owned by Ukraine's richest man and oligarch, Rinat Akhmetov. This is not the only luxury home owned by the Ukrainian. He also owns a £136.4 million apartment in 1 Hyde Park, London, UK. However, this property in France is much more of a splurge. The property is approximately 18,000 square feet. It contains a 35-acre garden, 14 bedrooms, an Olympic-sized swimming pool, and a large stable used for 30 horses. This French home is affluence at its finest. The home was also a previous property of King Leopold II of Belgium in 1904. This is one of the most expensive houses in the world. 3 Villa Leopolda. Owned by Lily Safra. Villa French-sur-Mer, France. $750 million. The Villa Leopolda is one of the plethoras of properties King Leopold II of Belgium owned in the 19th century. It now belongs to Lily Safra, who is the living survivor and widow of Brazilian-Swiss banker Edmond Safra. This most expensive luxury house is located in the Alpes Maritimes of the French Riviera. It has 11 bedrooms, a commercial green room, 14 bathrooms, an outdoor kitchen, a helipad, and a world-class swimming pool. Interestingly, the 1955 movie To Catch a Thief by Alfred Hitchcock was filmed in the Villa Leopolda. The home was designed by American architect Ogden Codman Jr. 2 Antilla. Owned by Mukesh Ambani. Mumbai, India. $1 billion. The Ambani family is the epitome of opulence in India, and as such, their home greatly reflects it. The property was developed for India's richest man Mukesh Ambani, who is the chairman and managing director of Reliance Industries Limited, a Fortune Global 500 company. The building is 400,000 square feet and stands high with an eclipsing 27 stories. Antilla was built to withstand a Category 8 earthquake and has other features such as 3 helipads, a 50-seat movie theater, 6 levels of parking below, multiple swimming pools, yoga and dance studios, and an ice cream room. You definitely can't go wrong with an ice cream room in your own home. The Antilla house needs at least 400 staff to maintain the daily tasks. Also, the house was named after the mythical island of Antilla, and the project took 4 years to construct by the Perkins & Will design firm. 1 Buckingham Palace. Owned by the British royal family. Westminster, London. $2.5 billion. It's not surprising that the most expensive home belongs to the world's most popular family. No, I'm not talking about the Kardashians. The royal family has the most famous house in London since 1873, and it is the definition of lavish. It comprises 775 bedrooms, 78 bathrooms, 19 staterooms, 92 officers, and has been an official abode for the monarchy since the late 19th century. The palace is approximately 828,000 square feet with a garden of 40 acres. It was constructed in a neoclassical architectural style and designed by several architects over the centuries, but its original architect is John Nash. These are the 10 most expensive houses and homes in the world. Hope you enjoyed reading through. If you do, please throw me a like, subscribe, and comment down below which one you know about. Also, please let me know what you guys want me to make a video about. Have a good day and goodbye.